Hi guys, Michael Fights with Friends here. We have a huge night of streaming tonight starting at 5 p.m. Pacific. We got Vasyl Lomachenko versus Jorge Linares, and then we have a huge Bellator card. Bellator 199, the continuing of the heavyweight Grand Prix. I decided to go with that over the UFC card, actually, because I just think it's a pretty weak card. You're probably wondering, though, why there's a baby on the screen. Well, as some of you may have heard, a certain jiu-jitsu fighter missed weight last night, Mackenzie Dern, by about 7 pounds. And I've been doing some investigative work, try to figure out how this could have happened, and, what kind of things weigh 7 pounds. When my daughter was born, she was 6 pounds and 15 ounces. So, less than 7 pounds. I don't think she had a baby with her on the scale, but I am trying to figure out what in the world could have happened. So that's just kind of give you an idea of how much 7 pounds is. Another theory is that Mackenzie Dern's food could have been spiked by a jealous boyfriend. Someone from Anderson Cooper's camp, or a trainer that things had gone awry with. Here she is standing on the scale, looking dismayed, surprised, and disappointed. Kind of a shame, because about a month from ago she was just doing ads for scales on Twitter, where it said put in the promo code to get a percentage off of scales from Mackenzie Dern. So I'm guessing she probably loses that endorsement. I've never seen a scale quite say something like this. Usually it's like numbers. You get a little bit, some decimals. It would be like 115.2 or something. But that's just uncalled for. That's kind of a mean scale. I'm not sure what's going on there. And all the things in the media with fat shaming through the last couple of years, just kind of classless scale. Whoever put that out there, that's really mean. And we're gonna have to talk about with having females infighting and males and equality and things. Are you still able to make fun of a female that is overweight? Well, if she doesn't do her job and misses the weight that she promises, I'm going to say yes, and in this video it's up to me, so we're going to keep making fun of her. Tonight, though, starting at 5 p.m., we have two gentlemen that take their jobs very seriously. Both made weight at Crown Boxing. This is ESPN from Madison Square Garden. Jorge Linares versus Vasyl Lomachenko. Lomachenko, of course, a defensive mastermind, thought to be one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. But let's look at the stats on the head-to-head breakdown here. This is for the WBA World Lightweight title. I've been hearing, for whatever reason, that Jorge Linares is too old. He's been around too long. He does have a lot of fights. He debuted much before Vasyl Lomachenko, also, as you see, 2002 to 2013. Lomachenko has not been on the scene a whole long time. That's quite a ways to wait. 5 years ago, debuted at 24. And Jorge Linares, if I do the quick math on that, I think that means he was fighting in like the 5th grade. Anyways, 47 fights. How can you underestimate a guy that has 47 fights? He's got 27 knockouts, 292 rounds to his credit. He's got a lot of experience. And look at the last 6 opponents' records for both these guys. And in boxing, they build these guys up. You got these guys that are 30-0, 40-0, and a lot of times they're just fighting chumps. They're fighting guys that are 1-13 over in Tijuana or whatever, building their records up. I'm going to give some credit to these guys in the last 6 opponents' records. Look at this. Jorge Linares, 134, 19, and 10. Vasyl Lomachenko, 142, 9, and 8. So, you know, a lot of experience. These guys have been stepping in with some top-level guys, and like I said, I really got to hand it to Vasyl Lomachenko stepping in against Jorge, 47 fights, and Lomachenko, of course, a huge favorite, by the way. Then we get into the Bellator Grand Prix, Bellator 199. We're going to start this off. Javi Ayala looks like he spent most of training camp perfecting his signature on his love handle there. If you look down at, and I couldn't help but to, it kind of looks like the buttons popping off of his slack. So I think maybe he should have bought a bigger size for the media pictures. Anyways, you look at Czech Congo, and he looks like a professional fighter should be looking going into a fight. Yeah, his pants are falling off a little bit. You know, maybe this Virus Performance's underwear company, though, was one of his sponsors. That's a pretty classy way to put your sponsor out there. You got a buff dude here, and you know, maybe Javi's gonna, maybe his plan is to hit Czech Congo with that ring. Maybe, you know, he's gonna, the referee's gonna say, show me your right hand, and then a little bit of slide to hand, and just show me your left hand. He shows him his right hand again. I don't know. I predict a brutal murder by Czech Congo, though. Coming into this next fight, we got Adam Piccolotti versus Carrington Banks. Carrington Banks just kind of standing there, chilling, hat backwards, jewelry on, you know, kind of that this ain't no big thing look, a little bit of bling on. And Adam Piccolotti, apparently he's sending this picture into Hollywood to try out for the next Captain America, because he's got that stance. Like, he just wants this. He's like, I'm better than you. And then you got Aaron Pico coming back. Great prospect, only 2-1. Came out a little shaky, lost his first fight, of course. They put this guy in with guys with a lot of experience. They've moved him, to his credit, they've moved him along very quickly. This is a featherweight feature bout. Lee Morrison's got 27 fights, 19-8. And as you can see, he's got a bulldog on one arm and American flag and blessed on the other. So, but I think he's going to need that and maybe a little bit more tonight to get past an impressive Aaron Pico that just gets better and better every fight. But I'm looking forward to that one as well. Then you got the return of John, I can't finish a fight to save my life, Fitch. Honestly, I love this guy. I'm picking on him a little bit, but I love this guy. He's always in there to fight. He's always competitive. He's been around forever. And this is a terrible matchup for Paul Daly. If Paul Daly can't take out John Fitch within that first round or round and a half, he's pretty much screwed. John Fitch, one of the best catch wrestlers, you know, at that weight for years and a long time at welterweight. And, you know, I think he probably beats Paul Daly tonight. Another thing that I doubt Paul Daly for is recently he said that his heart wasn't in this. And he thought maybe he doesn't want to keep fighting. And, you know, that's a pretty disheartful thing to hear. I got to really, you know, doubt your ability to win if you're saying that you don't want to fight anymore. Unless, of course, you're going in the adult entertainment industry like Derek Lewis. And, you know, he didn't like that so much. And he's back and as good as ever in a great matchup, by the way, against Francis Ngannou, which we all can't wait for. Then you got Ryan Bader versus King Mo Lawal. King Mo wore this necklace actually after the Mackenzie Dern weigh-in, just to prove that he could make weight with that huge medallion around his neck. Even that thing weighs less than 7 pounds. Ryan Bader looking, as ripped as ever. Both these guys look like they're, TRT'd up to the gills and ready to go. Now I don't know if they're on TRT, but also I don't think Bellator's drug testing is as stringent as the UFC. I'm going to give you guys an Easter egg here at the end. This is for those of you that watched from the beginning to the very end, and I'm going to start doing this. For one thing, I'm not making a whole lot of money on this channel. I'm not here to whine, but I know most of you guys don't have a lot of money. That's why you're watching me, because you can't afford the pay-per-views, and maybe you don't have cable. Some of you guys are there every time, and I appreciate you guys so much. But I'm going to start giving a little Easter egg at the end of maybe not every video, but most videos, to give you some incentive to watch to the end. Tonight we're going to have a special guest coming on here. It's been 6 weeks since he was hospitalized for a horrible car accident. 7 broken ribs, dislocated shoulder, punctured lung, punctured just about everything, broken fingers, dislocated shoulder, broken arms, you name it. First 2 weeks this guy came in, doctor said, he's dead, he's not going to make it. And back from the dead, 6 weeks in the hospital, still in the hospital, but he'll be with us tonight on Skype. And that is, of course, my brother from another mother, the lead of our brother channel, the MMA Newsroom, Dutch guy. So I hope you guys all tune in tonight to say hi to Dutch guy and give him your warm wishes. He really appreciates all the encouragement he's received, not just people shouting him out on my streams, but also if you go on to his site and comment on his videos and just those get well wishes, really help him in this tumultuous time of health. He's been through a lot. He sent me a short video of him in the hospital, and he had a lot of tubes out of him. I'm not sure if he wanted me to share that, so I haven't shared it yet, but hopefully he's got a little bit of energy to talk to us for 10 minutes or so tonight. I'm not going to push him. I know he's been in a lot of pain, but he said he wants to come on tonight. So I hope you guys come on for that. But I will see you tonight at 5 p.m., if not a few minutes before. As always, I love you, I respect you, and I'll see your fine asses tonight.